It's your boy Black OG, or as my YouTube channel says, the Crimson Bill channel. You know what I'm saying, man? Alright, so this is going to be another video, or another article, I should say. But basically, latest marriage data suggests dark future for America if things don't change. And that is certainly easier said than done, especially with all of these sick and disgusting people. They have money, they have the power, they are the ones promoting all these agendas, and yeah, it's just bad. So let's get into the actual video then. Perhaps the most important document to come out in the US Senate this year was released last month, and while a report on President Donald Trump's tax returns, another COVID-19 relief package, or infrastructure, or I can't talk, legislation likely would have gotten major media attention, this important document flew under the radar. The report titled The Demise of the Happy Two-Parent Home and produced by the Social Capital Project of the Joint Economic Committee, Republicans dealt with our nation's crumbling infrastructure in its own way, the American family, and how its decay has infected all aspects of society. It all ties back to healthy families, of course. The report states as hold on. There we go. The report states as a source of social capital, few relationships are as important as the family ties between parents and children. Yet, according to a congressional report, more than 45% of American children, by the time they reach late uh, adolescence, spend some time without either a mother or a father in the home, which usually it's the father. So I'm just gonna blame women. 80% of black children are raised by a single parent. Yep, blaming black women. Because let's be honest, you got all these black women saying that they have zero interest in a 9 to 5 guy and they want a CEO or they want a rich drug dealer. They all say that shit, literally. So, once again, black women are to be held for this. As well as 2/3 of all children whose mothers have less than a high school education, more than half of two Hispanic births are out of wedlock, as are 28% of Caucasian births, up from 2% in 1960. Dang, dude. Hold on. As are 28% of Caucasian births, up from 2% in 1960. Okay. Just had to let that process for a quick second. Marriage, which provides economic and social stability to both men and women, mostly women nowadays, and loving, nurturing home for children is in serious decline. According to the report, the percentage of women between the ages of 15 and 44 who are married has declined from 71% in 1962 to just 42% today. So in 1962, it was 71%, but now it's dropped all the way to 42%. That's that's absolutely crazy to me. And just wait, and just give it like 5 or 10 more years, and imagine what it'll be. Meanwhile, the percentage of never married women between the ages of 30 and 34 has gone from just over 5% in 1962 to 35% in 2019. Hold on, I gotta reread that. Meanwhile, the percentage of never married women between the ages of 30 and 34 has gone from over just 5% So females between the ages of 30 and 34 never. Only 5% of them were getting married in 1962, but 35% of them are getting married in 2019. And I think I know why. Probably because men are desperate, want sex, and want attention. But, anyways, unless I'm reading that wrong. But, anyways, another startling statistic is that cohabitation now precedes two-thirds of all marriages compared to just 1% 60 years ago. Wow, that's crazy. Two-thirds of all marriages compared to just 1% 60 years ago, which ironically was right before feminism started. Go fucking figure. This has contributed to the staggering increase of unwed childbearing, with only 5% of children in 62 being born to an unwed mother, and 40% today being born to an unmarried female. Yeah, of course. I wonder why that is. Definitely doesn't have anything to do with feminism or we don't need men or we don't, you know what I'm trying to say basically. Jesus Christ. The rates for minority families are even more alarming. 64% of black women in their early 30s have never been married. Yeah, probably because they were too busy getting passed around by Chad and Tyrone. That's not my damn problem. That's theirs. Resulting in the staggering 80% of black children being raised by a single parent. Exactly, because they're chasing Chad and Tyrone. Shoot, all these females, all these black females in the hood, they ain't looking for a nigga that's they ain't looking for a nigga that's trying to build himself, trying to live life the right way, working at McDonald's or some shit. No, they're looking for the drug dealer, Chad and Tyrone. They're looking for movie star Chad and Tyrone, Instagram Chad and Tyrone. They're looking for everyone but the good men that they should be having kids with. But hey, we can't blame women because that's sexist, right? And that's why statistics for female misery or happiness will never go up because never mind, man, not even worth it. This is why so many young men in our inner cities never know who their father is, or in some cases do not even have a relationship with their mother. Many of these children are raising themselves. If there was ever a cocktail for societal rage, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, if you ask me. Uh, and let's also not forget some of these black women. I just hear from black women. I can't say that white women or Spanish or whatever race are doing this, but I hear a lot from black women. But soon as black woman can't get child support from her kid anymore, she kicks him out. I've heard that plenty of times. So there's that. Given the fact that nearly every study shows children do best in stable two parent homes, which makes them less apartment. Oh, I can't talk. God damn it. Which basically makes them less able, likely to experience physical, emotional, or sexual abuse, less likely to live in poverty, and more likely to have better health, exhibit less aggression, and do better educationally. Is it any wonder with the breakdown of the family, we are seeing increased numbers of directionless and destructive young adults? And yeah, it's only going to get freaking worse until somebody mainstream tells these fucking females how to control themselves, how to freaking, uh, what man not to be with. Until somebody tells these females to do that, nothing is going to improve. But by the time that shit happens, harmony will be already taking over. Artificial wombs will be out. Most men won't even look at women. So by the time all this shit happens, it's too late. Sorry, guys. I'm passionate about this shit, and I'm getting sick of it at the same time, too. All right. Given the fact that nearly every study shows. Oh, I already did that. But yeah, just freaking teach these women's about all this shit. And I guess you could teach men, not to be with toxic women or shit like that. I don't know. Something is better than something is better than just telling these females that they're perfect and they can't do no wrong, and they should go sleep with many men, multiple different types of men and everything. So yeah. Anyways, one of the constant compliments we hear from young women is the lack of marriageable men, yeah, of course, and the abundance of men who are financially, emotionally prepared to be a husband and father. See, the thing is with that sentence is you have female, like I said, you have a huge population of females looking for men with a ridiculous amount of money, or they just have ridiculous standards that cut off like 70, 80, 90% of all men. So how about we talk about that? That would be nice. Where was I? Husband and father report goes into detail about how lacking marriages. God damn it, I lost where I was. Okay. Yeah, one of the constant complaints from young women is the lack of ah, marriageable men and the abundance of men who are financially and emotionally prepared to be a husband and a father. You know, what about the freaking uh why can't there be a lack of freaking marriageable, virginal, submissive women? Oh, we can never have a freaking article like that or some shit because that's sexist, that's misogynist. I'm just tired of females saying there's a lack of X, Y, and Z men. Meanwhile, there's a huge lack of X, Y, and Z women. So, shit. While the report discounts the theory that men are seen as not marriageable because of economic reasons, yeah, because women are at least 80% of women are gold diggers, yeah. It does say that the rise of affluence has led men to pursue self fulfillment instead of being emotionally ready to embrace the responsibility of being a devoted husband and father. See, that's the thing. I don't know why, but this article just makes it sound like, never mind. With the decline of marriage, and particularly of fathers, these young men lack models to follow, and it certainly doesn't help that everyone, all of that man's teachers are most likely going to be female and shit like that. So that also doesn't help. And yeah, let me get back into the article. Add in a society that tells them marriage is just an option rather than a requirement for male female unions, and the rise of internet pornography that turns women into mere objects to discard rather than individuals to love, honor, and cherish. And then you have created an opt out for men to take responsibility for their own lives. Yeah, exactly. And let's also not forget that these females are objectifying themselves more than men have ever. So let's not forget about that. After reciting one tragic statistic after another, the report concludes changing the course of family stability will likely require substantial effort given the magnitude of the challenge and many American communities today and the persuasiveness of the decline. See, that's the problem because all the elites, all the men are who control everything behind closed doors. They don't want freaking family structure. They want the family to be destroyed. They want people to be completely clueless. And they already have females who are just basically useless whores. So, alright. As we wrote in our book, American Restoration, how faith, family, and personal sacrifice can heal our nation, to restore marriage and the family, and to begin reverse the damage of past 50 years. Yeah, you want to know how you can do that? You can change the freaking education system, all in high school, middle school, and elementary. Yeah, and you can also get rid of all these stupid agendas, get rid of all these stupid social media influencers that are telling females specifically to up their standards, to go sleep around. How about you get rid of all those goddamn things? And the problem, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be solved, but uh, it would certainly help things. That's for sure. But no, let's not do those things at all, right? Uh, Sorry if I sound angry, by the way. I'm not. I'm just passionate about this shit, you know? Anyways, to restore marriage in, okay, 50 years plus, our